we only use valve amplification in the band. So although Chris has bought some modelling amplifiers recently, he's bought the Yamaha one, which are rave reviews.
Yeah, I mean, I'm vintage.
That's my old box. So I bought this in the early 80s, second hand for about £70.
Wow.
And it belonged to someone. And I think it's an old 60s one, because if you look in the back of it, it's got the blue pickups, which are very rare. And I know the guy from Queen was trying to get as many of the blue. So not the blue pickups, the blue speakers, the blue Celestion speakers.
Brian May has racks of these,
He has racks, but he was only collecting the old ones, which had the blue Celestians.
I like a patina and I like a battle scar because it reminds you of that gig. I know.
The guy said he wanted in the shop they could recover it, but I don't really want it recovered.
No, leave it.
I like it looking like that.
Absolutely, that's original.
These ones, the Hughes and Kettner, as I've said to you, we bought those as an alternative to buying the Fender ones. Everyone has the Fender ones. Yeah. These have got like a warmer 70s sound.
They look great
and less glassy. They look good. They're like done in a sort of 60s style. They're called Statesman. They're called.
Yeah, they look brilliant.
One's the 20, one's the 40.
They really match the sort of vintage look of the guitar.
They do really well.
Yeah. Brown. Fantastic. Should we walk through the pedals?
Yeah, the pedals. Chris has got more boutique pedals than I have, so his pedal board is probably more interesting.
Let's take a look. There's one around.
Throwback to the 80s. This will give you an 80s sound as the chorus. A lot of people don't use it because it makes you sound very 80s. And I always tend to have the chorus on for some reason.
Just even if it just widens, you dial back, but it just widens the sound, doesn't it?
Yeah. Flanger is like very 80s as well.
TC Electronics. Maybe they should sponsor the video.
That's a new one. That's a new one. I had the Ibanez one from the 80s, the original one.
Yeah.
But as I said, it conked out through age.
Yeah.
It's been fixed, but I need something reliable, so the TC one is doing the job.
TC going awesome gear, solid.
And then I wanted a sort of Radiohead, almost like phasing in and out sound on a couple of our songs, which is where I got the tremolo, which is great. It just sort of cuts in and out.
Is that digital?
That is, I think it is.
Yeah, I think it is digital. Yeah, no, I was just looking at you got a couple
the distortion one. That's a classic one. I used to have an Ibanez in Turqoise Days, which I still have. I can show you. That's like a vintage one. Yeah. But this one does the job, and it's a lot harsher and sharper. So this is the sort of thing that Kurt Cobain used, countless of other musicians. It's fairly standard. All the Boss ones are fairly standard. I had a lot of these Boss ones, but everyone tends to use them as well, like this digital delay here, which is very clean. I used to use a lot of delay and flanger and chorus in the 80s, and I still do to some extent now.
I think if you're in a verse and you're just chugging away, and then you come up to a bridge or a chorus, it just gives you that widened sound.
That's right.
And it gives you a lift. It gives you somewhere to go and then back off again.
Yeah, this carbon copy, Chris has been using one, and it's an analog delay, so it's a lot warmer.
Yeah,
it's a bit shorter, and I've been experimenting recently using the analog delay and the digital delay together.
There you go.
To get a sort of
so you get some sort of
like a shorter delay and a longer one together.
So they're not synced.
They're not synced.
Kind of all sorts of interaction.
That's right.
And interplay between the sound.
Then I've got this Digitech Whammy. We've got one each, myself and Chris.
Yeah.
Which countless people have used. Like on Seven Nation Army and Radiohead use. And we do a cover of Iron Lung by Radiohead.
Yeah.
So we end up both using the whammy on it. I do a few single notes and Chris does all the lead guitar.
Pitch shifting.
We do, yeah. So on our own song, Wild Dolphins. On Wild Dolphins, I use it in a bit of almost like a Rage Against the Machine way. And we use it for the dolphin sound. So the dolphin sounds on Wild Dolphins, I use that for it.
Of course, and that'll have some delay on it, that classic sort of sound.
That's right.
While we're here looking at the stuff over this side of the room, do you want to walk us through the keyboards and how they were used, what maybe they were used on, if people are listening to Turqoise Days?
Yeah, Turqoise Days, it was not this particular keyboard, it was a Juno 6 that was used for all the bits on Grey Skies, the lead bits in the middle, and so forth.
So proper synth, but polyphony, which was a game changer.
Yes. These ones are fairly recent.
Yes.
Recent, the Korg one. The 707, I used the 606 mostly, which you photographed before, the Dramatics. Which I think is in the kitchen still.
That's it.
And then this is the 101, which we used for the
backing, look at this.
All the bass lines.
Can you hold that up for us? That is just, look how mint this is. Everything is so crispy still.
It's very crispy.
This feels new. I mean,
there was two of them we had. Dave had one, I had one, and Sean Henstridge got the other one. And this one, it still works now. In 2012, we recreated a couple of the tracks using the Dramatics.
Fantastic.
the 707 plugged in using both drum machines and this.
So triggered, but no
Triggered.
MIDI, guys. This
No
is
MIDI.
pre-MIDI, so we're
These are all
triggering
the-
with audio.
These are all the inputs
and
at the top
voltage
there.
and stuff. So,
As
and
well.
tell us about this Yamaha strings.
Well, this was used for a lot of the quieter tracks in Turqoise Days. So I think on the, if you go on Spotify, the tracks like Endlessly and Forget all feature this Yamaha.
This keyboard, that was its one job. To
That was
make
its one job. Yeah, it was
string
nice
ensembles.
atmospheric strings on
Yeah.
slower tracks.
And last couple of questions, which are sort of the same answer sometimes. So I'll give you both the questions. You can answer it however you see appropriate. Best bit of advice you've been given, and then the best bit of advice you would give, and often that can be the same, isn't it?
All right.
Yeah. Musically, kind of.
Yeah.
What would you say about creating your own music or playing an instrument? And
I don't know. We dealt with Brian. I think we were playing some of our music in the 80s to Brian O'Flaherty, and I think with the Tonight version you've heard is like the original one we'd recorded, and he did suggest making it a bit more interesting. And there is another recording which hasn't been released, which I've got as well, which has a middle eight put in and a few other bits. So I think it's embellishing things sometimes as an idea, and also not going, like you say, for perfection always. I quite like it sometimes if there is a bit more gritty. And I was reading interviews with David Bowie where the musicians were saying, I'd made a mistake here, and David Bowie said, no, just leave it, that's fine. I like it.
Well, that's been fascinating. Listen, thanks so much for your
thanks
time.
a lot anyway. Thanks, Paul.
It's been so good to catch up and go through
Thanks.
those bits and pieces. And let's slate the video there. If you can help me, let's just do that one last time.
Brilliant.
Done.
Done and dusted.